I'd ask a student a question about some disease process, and I asked him if cancer was associated with it. We were talking about a disease called regenerative, and he said, oh yes, there's an increased incidence there. And I said, well, doctor, you'd better go and read that again. There's an increased incidence of cancer in people who have ulcerative colitis, but not in regenerative. And at one time, or Crohn's disease, and at one time it was thought that was not an increased incidence in those patients. But an article had just come out in the New England Journal of Medicine, and he had read. And he called me, he said, well, Dr. Leffall, I'd like to refer you to X. And it was like, I like that, because students keep you honest. Yeah, I really enjoyed that, because that means you don't allow you to get away with anything. You've got to come with the goods, and if you don't have it, they'll let you know about it.
And you have taught approximately how many?
Howard has graduated a little over 7,000 medical students, and I've taught 4,500. And people often ask, well, how could you have taught so many? Well, you have to remember in some of the early years, the classes were quite small, 15, 20, 25. My class, the class of 1952, had 75. We now accept 125. But I went back and checked, and I take great pride in the fact that every medical student who comes to the Howard University College of Medicine has to come by me. And everyone has to present a case to me. They have to be prepared to present the basic sciences of the case, that is the anatomy, the physiology, the bacteriology, and the surgical principles involved. And I like this. And what I like about it is students take it seriously. And they don't come unprepared. They come prepared. They want to look good. I want to make them look good. But I say when much is demanded, much is given. When little is demanded, little is given. I demand a lot.
And you demand a lot of others, but you also clearly continue to demand a lot of yourself.
Oh, I do.
That you set certain kinds of standards, and you set that standard, and then you expect those around you, the students around you, to follow your example.
To meet that standard, absolutely. I do. I expect that.
Do some of your students see you as perhaps too stern, too much of a straight arrow, or?
That's a difficult question to answer, because we'd have to ask the students. But I believe that they appreciate my style. I have a certain style, and I'll ask questions, but they know that I'm not out to embarrass them. I'm not out to make them look stupid. I'm out to teach them, to inspire them. I've been often asked, what is the role of the teacher? And I've kind of capsulized this is what I believe. What is the role of the teacher? It's to instruct, to inspire, to stimulate, to stretch the imagination, and to expand the aspirations of others. That's what I believe a real teacher should do. Maybe in addition, I should say to try to teach ethical and moral principles in addition. But I believe that, and I try to do that, and I believe the students whom I teach know that's what I'm trying to do. Sure, sometimes I'll ask and I'll make a little funny statement and we'll laugh, but that's to inject a little levity into it, but not ever to embarrass them or to make them look bad. And I always tell them, I said, this is a class. If you think something is right, say it. Let's get it straight right now. Don't hold back, because in the real world, you want to be sure you say and do the right thing. You want to be sure you do that.